people call me Mengsk. Yeah, it's Mr. Nippers. On this YouTube channel, also on my Twitch channel, with the same name, of course. And it's been quite a few days, even weeks, I guess. I mean, the last video came probably last year out. I'm not quite sure right now. I'm too lazy to look it up. Well, everyone, probably nobody is wondering why, but everyone is still answering why I was quite missing, or why the consistency was lacking of my streams, and also how often I upload videos. There are many things that happened last year, and also a big thing that finished this year, because as for the 9th January, I'm no longer an apprentice, and on the 9th January, I had my final exam. It was a practical exam. Um, that's one the biggest reason why I was kind of inconsistent. Also, then after that, probably the last week and a few the days, depending when I be able to upload it when I'm done editing and stuff. Uh, I took a break, got sadly ill, was kind of ugly, uh, and yeah, I'm finally done with the break. I'm now healthy again, and I hope that this time I can hold my promise of doing this consistently. If not, well, shit happens. I mean, you can think about a punishment. I will try my best to do it. Of course, there are certain limitations. I mean, the standard ones, like I won't hurt myself, for example. Yeah. But I want to go more into the detail of the stuff. Um, I started last year in March uh, with changing from Actirus Manx on Twitch to Mr. Nimbus. Oh no, I start really from the beginning. So that's kind of an introduction of myself on top of it, which is also due. I mean, it's almost a year and still it doesn't have an introduction. Crazy. Um, yeah, but I start from the very beginning. Um, about 4 years ago, almost, I started streaming already. It's quite a long time, but not as a single person. I mean, not with friends, yeah, but I mean, with my own whole old channel. Um, I streamed in the German area, casting games for League of Legends for different organizations and communities. The games Prime League, which also will be explained shortly because it's also a big thing that's still going on. Um, yeah, I started almost 4 years ago, and I learned quite a few things on casting, presentation and stuff. Sadly, in the German area, so it's a bit harder for me to implement that stuff I learned from there into the English because German's my mother tongue, if you didn't already know this. Um, this was quite adventurous, especially always finding a new organization community because it was not just simply said, okay, I go to this organization or this community and stay there for example, 5 years or the 4 years almost. Um, I was more like a freelancer type. Not paid, it was all voluntary, so it was completely free. Um, but still was kind of bit of hard to find, I would say no jobs, even though it was not paid. To keep that in mind when I say to find jobs. Uh, yeah, and it was really hard to find everything. Well, but it gave me some context I had where over the time where I could ask stuff for jobs, for even for help. Uh, I learned of many technical stuff in OBS, how things works, different bots, how they work, how to do all the setting stuff. Um, I tried many different microphones from cheap to still cheap. I never got paid much for a microphone. Even I mean, currently I have a headset, not a microphone. Um, that was the most expensive stuff on equipment I ever got with 120 euros. The rest is just an office keyboard you can find in any office. Same with the mouse. It's crazy. And even my two displays, they live already very long. I mean, before I got them, my mother had them when she was still gaming. It's been many years now. If I count back, it should be about 10 years now when she last time used them. It's very funny. Um, yeah, also played League of Legends myself, and also in teams. Yeah, the longest team I went was with 1 year. There's always a reason. Sometimes I need to go, or the team got closed because two couldn't find any people, or the people that were not happy on there. The organization is closed. Many different reasons. Mm, yeah, then a bit time skip. Then in March, I don't put too much time skip. A tiny bit of time before it, I started streaming on my own with Arcturus Manx in the German area. Arcturus Manx, obviously from StarCraft, so the name still sticks on me with Manx. As he, may probably if you know Ennard, I mentioned it quite a lot of now. Also, yeah, also of course Manx, and uh, except a few people, everyone else also calls me Manx. Uh, still in German, was still a German stream, where also variety games, but the focus on hardcore. That means always the highest difficulty or the hardest challenge, whatever. No death. I tried with Far Cry 2. Um, or how was it? Oh, also still the hardest difficulty in Dragon Age Origins, etc. Then I tried to find people to collab with, but the problem is it's kind of hard to find in German people to collab with because you don't have that many streamers. I mean, it's about 80 million people here, and not everyone streams. So there are many people that have a life. Um, so I mean, it's not impossible to find people to collaborate with, but it's very hard, and also have the same interest or the similar interest, so you can do more than just one stream or more video if possible. Uh, then I was looking up things I can improve my stream. Where websites like Dashboard where I could find more people. Where are they? And yeah, find a lot of English websites or websites, Discord servers mostly, where they write in English. And that was the moment where I thought in March that, to switch to English and created Mr. Nimbus. Saw it as a TV head. Funny, even before I knew Vox. And then after I saw Vox from Hasmel in a YouTube short, I switched to a different character, to him completely, to have a bit more than just a few pixel mates TV head. For those who stick a bit longer knows what I'm talking about. If not, I will show you on the screen. Yeah, and since then, I played definitely different mini games. Collab with other people, maybe Among Us, Lockdown Protocol, Minecraft SCPs. The best one I participated was ah, I need to remember the name. Later on was the Murmuring Code. Uh, Witch Hazel SMP. Yeah, that was the name. Witch Hazel SMP. Where I met quite a few people. It was very funny. I love to build, not just focusing solely on ending the SMP for myself by doing endgame stuff. It was fun to interact with other people. Stingy, for example, or Ennard. I learned Ennard. I met Ennard there. Since then, we doing quite a lot of stuff. A bit less because of my absence in the streaming business. I don't really business on my side, but you know what I mean. Yeah, and then it goes on. Many different stuff. Had a life at the side doing my apprenticeship. And then in May, the second week, my mother and I got evicted because she is mentally ill and because of some problematics with the bureaucracy in Germany, we didn't get quite the income we needed. I mean, as an apprentice, got money, quite a lot, and not a lot, but average, but was not enough to pay everything. Yeah, that got us evicted in the end. So that was kind of quite a hard time. Then if each of us found a home, she went to her boyfriend, and I went to the neighbors, living with a small rent, very small. It was just 230 euros a month, with everything, the room, internet, water, etc. Um, but later on, I also got not evicted, but I needed to go because the mother of the oh, landlord broke her foot, so they needed a room so they can have her near them to support her. Where I was homeless for a whole month. I mean, was not that bad. How many other people have the problem in the homeless? Because I was really lucky. I went to a friend of mine I met during the apprenticeship. I will never forget him. I'm really in a huge debt to him because of that action. And if he ever needs help, I will definitely do everything to support him however I can in any way. Yeah. So there was in October I had another long time where I not streamed. There was not even YouTube in there. I mean, I was just doing some YouTube shorts that did not just did sing video there. That was the edit version of the how was it called? Repo stream, a collab stream I had. It was also not that good. I mean, I'm not an expert in video editing, so there's quite a lot to do, and still quite a lot of to learn. I will definitely do over the time. I will improve myself as much as I can. Yeah, then after a month, I got here in my current flat, uh, living on my own, paying my own rent, internet, water, electricity. It's a bit weird. All happens in the same year was a huge shock for me. Then also because I showed my apprenticeship, if you get good notes, you need at least 2.4 in the average of all notes combined and then divided. Uh, that was also hard, so I needed to learn a lot. In November last year, in the end of November, I have written my uh, theoretical exam. Uh, Different topics was not that good. I mean, I got the notes 3, 4, and 2. Was a three-part exam. The first part is administration for stuff. For example, which server is good for what purpose. Um, or here is a few lines of code. Where's the error, and if it needs to do this and this, how do I need to change the code that it do that stuff. The second part was network related. That means and was my weakest topic, network. Um, for example, what is the IP address of that and that, and you need it, or how many hosts do you have? So you need to calculate that stuff and few questions. For example, what is a one-armed router? And the third part was the social part. For example, what is a GmbH? GmbH? Yeah, right. That's right. Uh, and other stuff regarding legal stuff. But was enough. It was in the area where I can say, nice, it's done, no problems. Then you got the practical exam. It means you need to make a project and have 40 hours with it. That in the 40 hour includes the project itself and the documentation of the project. My project was to make a test process, and a test process for code analyst service. For example, the product called SonarCube, where it analyzed the codes and developers write and say, okay, that there's an error, please correct it, or there's a weakness there. You don't need to fix it, but it's recommended. Yeah. I did it because different languages need to be tested for performance and function. I did it in Java, JavaScript, Python, C Sharp, and C++. I'm definitely no expert in any of those languages. Just for information, before you ask, oh, how did you do it? I read many documentations and stuff to be able to do it without AI. That's the important part because the whole process, the whole project doesn't have isn't allowed to have any AI or any help from others. Um, so please don't ask me. I'm not an expert in this stuff. I'm currently learning Python a lot, as you can see in the streams, or with my project of the Discord bot and other stuff. I did, for example, a website. Yeah, I did a project, wrote a documentation, sent it to the uh, IHK, which is the department, or not department, but it's not a company either. I don't know how to call it. It's definitely it looks after the apprenticeship stuff for many different jobs you can do. Yeah, and then after a good amount of time, which was the 9th of January in my case, you need to present the whole project in 15 minutes to three people, and they also ask for 15 minutes different questions about the project and the documentation. Yeah, I that came through. I'm now with that not apprentice any longer. But my learning, I will not stop learning because I started my study. I will start my studies at the with February, where I study software engineering. So this gonna be also huge check of my knowledge, how good I learn and stuff. Um, but it leaves you with much more time. I definitely hope that I can use the time to do hobby stuff like this, recording videos that not only contains me talking for 20 minutes straight up, or currently more. Yeah, and also beside of that, I'm playing Prime League, League of Legends. Prime League is not the football league, soccer league in England or Great Britain. Prime League is a league for, yeah, small teams, competitive style esport. Not for massive big teams like T1, for example, or G2. They are above that league. And it's also only for the DACH region, which is Germany, Austria, and Switzerland and Liechtenstein. I don't know. Yeah, should be the same name in English. Um, yeah, that's I think so gonna be beside, and that's gonna be about myself. That's happened quite a lot of stuff, and definitely have no more time, which will lead me to more streams and videos. Also, I'm looking to be part of companies. For example, I'm currently looking for audition at Mojamo. If I pronounce it right, if I pronounce it wrong, I'm sorry already. So if I stay at as Miss Universe, that's only time that will tell me, or it will tell us, to say as Miss Universe, or it will be another character. But in the end, I'm happy for each of one for supporting me already just with your presence. And also, I'm happy to then entertain you with whatever I am. If I stay in the Miss Universe or not, doesn't matter. Thank you for listening. It's quite a long video.